All right, we're live.
What up, Reno? Reno, what up?
Yeah.
It's time to tune in. Reno got the stats and the info. Rocking with Flim and be better than my kinfolk. We got everything you need and some more. Reporting live with the sports. It's time for
Uproar.
Oh, Reno, they gonna be mad.
There we go. Welcome. It is now 2026, and this is Uproar Radio Show. We're back for the 2026 season. This starts today for us, y'all. And I'm telling you right now, it is January, and I'll wait through as we get ready coming this fall and September, man. Uproar Radio is going to bring you everything in the sports field when it comes to TSU football and beyond. We got fresh hope. Everyone's got a hot take, and somebody's about to get exposed on national television. And as we're going through this right now, national college semifinals, Indiana and Oregon has already kicked off. We already got a pick six that's on the way. So here's what I love about this weekend, man. It's not just big games, it's pressure games, right? The kind where the stadium is loud, the play calling gets conservative, and at times the quarterback learns real quick if he's a legend or just a placeholder. We've got two college football playoff semifinals that are going on this weekend, this week, that is. It's like two different movies, right? We just finished watching Miami and Ole Miss. What a track meet that was. Big play offenses, aggressive coaching, exactly what one team really loves to do, right? And right now, tonight, we have Indiana, Oregon. It's the one people didn't think we'd be it's the one that people didn't think we'd be talking about. And now it's the game that tells you where sports is going, right? Development, culture, program, infrastructures, beating brand names. Then on Saturday and Sunday and even Monday, the pros, baby, wild card weekend is basically speed dating for the quarterbacks, right? Hi, nice to meet you. Prove you can win when it matters. That's what this is. And Nashville also this week hosted the first time ever the FCS championship game. What a game it was with Montana State and Illinois State. 35-34 in overtime. A great week for football. It's Uproar Radio. What's going on, Battle?
What's up, man? It's playoff season, ladies and gentlemen. January is here. Playoff football ain't nothing better. It's been a good 2 weeks so far, in the college football realm. We finally here with the NFL playoffs starting this weekend. Reno, this is my favorite time of year.
It is, man. So as we talk about this, man, the first thing I want to get into, as I just said, Miami, Ole Miss just had a phenomenal game, right? Phenomenal game last night. Just from what you saw from that game, one, did you predict the game correct for yourself, right? Did you see the score going down like it was, or did you think someone was going to pull away?
I had it pretty close. Personally, I just knew it was going to be a good matchup. Ole Miss, star power at quarterback, star power receiver, defensive. But I just knew Miami was going to pull it out. You can check, holler at everybody I talk to. But that defensive front at Miami, those linebackers, those DBs, they're looking pretty good. They suffered a few injuries that could bite them in the butt for the playoffs for the week next week.
Yeah,
I know the boy from Tullahoma got hurt. He hurt his shoulder. He's a big-time player. So we're going to see if they got some, some bounce back, some get right, some Mr. Miyagi on that thing and heal him up for the championship game. But, yes, I did predict Miami to get the dub. After they beat my guys down at A&M, they showed me they was legit.
Yeah, man. I was definitely on this. I think most of us were like, for the most part, people did believe Miami was going to win that game. From a point standpoint, maybe because they don't believe.
They didn't trust their quarterback.
Is this the U yet? I think that's what we're waiting to see, and we still, and the ones of us who grew up in the 90s and the olds who grew up in the 80s and saw like the building of the U. You're like, I don't know yet, so they're going to have to go fully win it this year, and then let me see them stay top 5 next year, and then I can say, okay, the U is back, right? You
I
know,
was just thinking too, just the Florida football mentality is showing up in Miami, man. They are representing the state to the fullest. When
yeah,
I seen them playing, I just think about all my Florida teammates and all the times playing down in Florida with 7-on-7. And just know when you play a Florida team, hey, you're gonna get some work. And they held it down, Florida versus Texas. Then Ohio State came in. That quarterback ain't never seen no dogs like that.
yeah,
Ohio State freshman quarterback was running for his life. And then Ole Miss, Ole Miss from the South, so they played some good football in Mississippi, but they was able to pull it out last second. And hey, I'm just proud of Miami holding it down. But I just think that if they can't figure out how to not beat themselves, they almost gave the game away yesterday.
yeah.
3 interceptions they dropped in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them was pick sixes that could have sealed the game. And then those penalties, bro, that second half, false start here, a holding there, a false start here, killing drives, missed field goals.
Mm-hmm.
That kicker's missed like 4 field goals since we've seen him.
Man, I'm with you on that one. I tell you that I still can't something I can't figure out right now with Miami. It's what's the difference with Carson Beck now than Carson Beck at Georgia?
Them Florida boys, that's what it is.
I mean, the talent isn't like it. Okay, world's better. It's not. It wasn't talent. He was playing with top tier talent there. So I'm like why? Like what was it to me? It's beyond just that. It's something that I felt like just didn't click between him and just maybe the Miami environment was just what he needed. He is up there in age. Because I just saw the report today where his recruiting class has 3 starting quarterbacks going into their 3rd year.
I ain't mad at him, buddy.
So and all of them in the playoffs.
I ain't mad at him.
So it's like this whole dynamic, man, where these guys are being.
We still be playing if they let us do that.
My goodness, man, it's a rough one, man. But my guy Tony, number 10, that spark plug, man, that
baby Jesus.
Yeah, man, that fuel, and he makes it go. He really makes it go. And then they made sure they found a way to find him in key spots, as well too, man. So I mean, but again, I mean, it's definitely a good game. Ole Miss, I thought Miami was about to take a 14-point lead. And as you said, like the penalties and stuff like that really got in the way of them doing that, man. So, and to some degree, man, it's like Miami had a chance to really win by 14 points 2 different times, right?
Right.
And just got in their own way on that stuff, man. But I thought for me, what was key was, with how both teams in that second half responded to each other's punches. I thought that was really, really good, man. And it was just that lets you know as the game goes into the 4th quarter in the last 2 minutes of the game that it's going to come down to who has it last with enough time. Because and that's what we saw. That's what we saw.
And then the other side, it say a lot about the coaches and the players, not going in the hole and everybody taking their licks and being able to throw them. Because at one point you heard the announcers from the game they called like, hey, is Carson Beck gonna mess it up? Is he gonna pull through? But then the other side of it was like, hey, why? Come on, man, let's make it play. They get one, we're gonna come right back. So
definitely, man. Well, shoot, man, let's keep this thing moving, man. We're gonna really get into this Indiana-Oregon game that's going on right now as we're right now in the show. Like this one, as I said, this is a little more interesting. One long term, right? Because Oregon has the speed and the looks, right? And then Indiana is the old man in college football. The average age of 23 on their roster. They got about 4 starters in their 6th year, I believe. Playing college ball right now. So one is really has stability about them and age and maturity about them.
Yep.
So This game here, man, it's a chess match of chess matches, man. So, um, do we think Indiana's going to run their game, or does Oregon force them into some third and longs?
I mean, I just, I'm very impressed with Coach Signetti and what he's doing over there in Indiana. He's got him clicking on all cylinders. But what I was also impressed with Oregon was they don't look like an Oregon team. They look like a SEC team from top to bottom with the size they got and the speed they got now. Usually when you see Oregon, they usually always fizzle out because when it's time to play the big dogs, they can't match up.
Yeah.
But I was impressed with their last win over Texas Tech. And I saw, they got some size this year. They're gonna be able to punch back a little bit. So I see you, man. I see you.
Yeah, man. I for me, I said the keys to the game were just in general keys, not any particular team's keys, but it's just like this is what I'm looking at. Those first 15 plays with Indiana, are they going to start on schedule? Because they must. Oregon's front, winning early downs, don't let anyone play comfortable football,
right?
Which is hard to do, but you got to find a way to win early downs, man. And then QB decision speed, right? In this semifinal stage, as we've seen, like it can punish a lot, and hesitation, not trusting what you're reading, staying confident. And I even go back to, I don't know if you remember, this was either late in the second quarter, early in the third quarter. Miami sent Tony on a seam route.
Yep.
And Carson Beck, and they read it, and they caught him in cover 3, and they caught him lacking. And the safety was coming down. He doesn't reroute him or touch him or anything like that. And Tony reads it because it's an option read, right, on this route. And he starts to take it towards the center of the field because it's wide open and there's no deep safety there. But Carson, throws it like he's still running straight, right? So uniquely enough about that, he threw it confidently, right? And that's what I'm getting at, man. When you get under pressure in situations like this, how are you going to be able to stand in there and still, take what's coming your way? So that's what I'm looking at. Those are my keys that I had about what I'm looking at. What about you?
But we're still talking Miami. I think that them opening it up this third game showed that they coaches are coaching. They weren't going to stick with the same script. I mean, the run game has been big for them, and I'm very impressed with the two backs that they got and how they mixing it in, and they keep running some good plays. But if Carson Beck is able to feel confident, this third game he was looking real confident.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, he was still looking a little shaky. Everybody was kind of still hating on him. Second game, Ohio State made some plays, but the run game kind of ran. They kind of punched Ohio State in the mouth. But this last game, Carson Beck looked like, hey man, like he trying to make a name, like he trying to get drafted. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely, man. So, like I said, man, those are those keys, man. So, excited about this, man. And as we're on this, I keep looking at the apps and trying to see where we are. We got a 7-6 game right now with 7-11 in the first quarter. So, at this pace, man, it might be another.
Yeah, buddy.
It might be another 52-point over. I don't know what the over was.
Who'd you pick?
I picked Oregon.
You picked Oregon?
I picked Oregon to win. Yeah, I picked Oregon to win.
They lost last time.
I do. All
right, Reno with the underdogs.
Yeah, I win. I took.
Why,
if I'm betting,
pick Oregon.
Yeah, man. Like I said, if I'm betting, I'm gonna take Oregon money line on this one, man. Like So
why? Tell me why.
I after watching that game in the regular season and then seeing where stuff is now, I just like where Oregon is trending when it comes to how they've handled key spots within games. So that first 4 minutes of the third quarter and what they've done, all of that stuff right there. So I really like what they've been doing, and they're really catching rhythm. And then for me, looking at Indiana, I just believe that Oregon is just the right time for them to go ahead and knock off Indiana.
I got Indiana pulling this one out, man. Indiana versus Miami in the championship, just because I just think Oregon, Man, I ain't playing no football in Oregon, man. I like the corner though. The corner, the freshman, the true freshman.
Yeah.
True freshman, that corner, long, solid. I think he got to make some plays today. Quote me, because if it shows up, if y'all win the game, guarantee he made some game changing plays to win it. But I think that Indiana just the quarterback, man. He looks like a made up quarterback. He says all the right stuff. He hangs with the fellas. He's doing the interviews. The world. He got the Heisman. Got a great story. Grandparents from Cuba. Mom, was a military veteran.
Yeah.
Like football guys, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna be in Indiana history. He's stamped. So it's like, hey, you know how it go, man. The ball rolls your way when you treat the game the right way. The game will treat you right. And he sounds like a kid that's been, playing by the rules. You know how the quarterback role go, Reno. You missed the football, Mendoza. You got the white boy with the Mendoza on the back of his name. When the last time we seen a Cuban quarterback in the NFL?
I think it's the first, man.
You see what I'm saying?
First.
So as long as he don't blow it, and Indiana stays solid, I think Indiana should pull this one out.
We'll see, man. It'll be good. Man.
Tied up now, 7-7.
Good deal, man. Real quick, we're gonna pause for a quick announcement, man. I just want to say, this segment is being brought to you. This upcoming segment is being brought to you by the Tiger Den Group. The Tiger Den Group is the official Tennessee State University football alumni nonprofit organizations for all things support of TSU football and TSU athletics and beyond on TSU's campus. So please check that QR code that's right above us on the screen right here. Tap into the organization, find a way to get involved and support Big Blue. This is the Tiger Den Group. All right, and as I do that, we got who we finally need. Now we can actually get this thing rolling, man. You know what I'm saying? We got president, governor, senator, Slim in the building. What's going on, my dog?
Happy New Year.
Man, Happy New Year, fellas, man. Happy New Year, man. So please charge it to my mind, not to my heart. As a business owner, sometimes you have things that pop up and show up, and I had a little issue, and hey, man, I know y'all had the show rocking, but, man, excuse my absence, but Happy New Year to all. Yeah. Uproar Radio, baby, we back.
Yeah. I just collected that $100 fine from you right there real quick.
Okay.
Big money, Reno.
Yeah.
No, man. Real quick, Flim. So, like I said, we just finished up segment, Block A, where as we're talking about just college football, right? We're just talking about the semifinal matchups, man. Real quick, give me your take from last night's game with Ole Miss, Miami. Did you anticipate a different score from that game, or did you see like, no, this game should be close as it ended?
Yeah, man. Me being a kid from Mississippi, I rarely root for Ole Miss, but last night I rooted for Ole Miss and Chambliss. I was really surprised that Ole Miss played so tough. I mean, it looks like when you have a team that has the ball for 42 minutes, like Miami had, and how they was running the ball, directly at them and having a success in the run game, for them kids to stick around and basically should have won. Could have won that football game while only having the ball 20 minutes offensively.
Yeah.
So kudos to Ole Miss. A beautiful run, a lot of distractions, a lot of adversity. And but looks like the U is back. Like Miami is back. That's a mature, grown man team on both sides of the ball.
Two things for me, as I said, it was, and you added another thing that we didn't mention. Because I remember in the broadcast they talked about it. Like at one point in time, this was still maybe like 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss was already at 80 defensive snaps. That is brutal. Yeah. Very brutal to deal with, and as you said, to be a 1-point loss, like that's rough. The other one is, I'm not convinced the U is back just yet.
Okay,
they're trending, but I need them to go ahead and get this national championship win, right? Like, because we grew up in the 90s watching them, you saw enough of them from the 80s with
Right.
with Al Blaze and with Benny Blaze and Irvin and all of them, right? So you seen that side of them. So it's like I'm not ready to say the U is back, but I am saying that Miami is trending up right now. That's just my thoughts on it.
Well, the thing is, when you think of Miami, and I guess you're telling my age, Reno. Yeah, in the 80s, the early 80s, I was watching football. I was,
they was rocking
elementary age. So, but the thing is, it's exciting about the U is that if you look on the sideline, the culture, they got all the guys that, Ray Lewis was in part of the coin toss.
Mm-hmm.
They embrace all their players.
Yeah.
Embrace all their great ones, and that's something.
Imagine that, huh?
Yeah, I was just about to say something about that. B,
how it's supposed to look like it ain't hard, like
yeah. So we cover Tennessee State football like 90% of our content. So y'all know what we're talking about. A lot of that ain't happening here in Nashville.
Nope.
But to have a program, you got to pay homage to those before you. Yeah. And so that's why I said the U is back, because even if they don't win the championship, their culture is back. That physical brand of football is back. Yeah. Those guys, I saw Michael Irvin and the starting running back in the middle of the field have a hug and condole. They just congratulated and celebrated with one another. You know what I'm saying? So that mentorship is there from the older guys, the guys that played. The respect level was there. That's coming from the athletic director, athletic department, head coach, etc. They're accepting their players, their former players. And that pride that's missing, the pride of the University of Miami, the U is back because of that influence on the side.
You know who's going to be there in the championship game?
Who you think?
The Rock.
I don't know. He gonna have to get permission from Warren Sapp and the crew.
Bro, if The Rock show up to the game, bro.
Man. Yeah. But again, that's always been the thing about about Miami, man. And from our perspective is, we've said this before in my class, Flim, is that Miami might be the only PWI like football program that feel like a HBCU.
100%. You could say that.
Yeah.
I mean, with the city,
how we treat Big Blue, the boys, to the end of it. That's how they treat the youth football. Like most of these other Power 4 programs, like they don't treat it like that to the end. And that's just that dynamic they've had over there. Like it's a different piece, man. And as you said, when you see Ray Lewis and Edrin James with them boys at the coin toss, but like beyond that, you had Mike Rump, you had Santana Moss, you had Jerome McDougal, Brian McKinney. Like you got obviously Michael Irvin and all of them.
The head coach played there. He won too.
Yeah, man. So it's just it's a thing where it's like that emotion, because they want to give them guys every bit of heart that they can, man. And so it's a beautiful thing to see. Now on to the game we got going on right now, man. Indiana, who we got? Indiana, Oregon, and I roll with Oregon. I told Bad I was taking Oregon money line on this one if I'm a bad man, and he's like he got Indiana on this one. Who did you have on this one?
You gotta tell them why, Reno. Tell them why you picked Oregon.
I told him I took Oregon because I like where they were trending after their loss to Indiana, right? And I like the stuff that they were doing from that point on, and I think that and Indiana is right for the picking right now, and I think Oregon's going to be the one to take them.
Yeah, well, if I would have bet, I would have took Indiana. I would have took Indiana and gave 3, just like I would have took Miami last night. And of course Miami covered last night, just because you keep your feelings out of betting. Yeah. Some things that trend that it just ain't gonna happen.
I said, when the last time? I said, when the last time we had a Cuban quarterback in the NFL win the Heisman?
Yeah,
it's just the football guys, man.
Right. What's that?
He got touched by baby Jesus.
Yeah. So I think Indiana, has Cinderella season continues. And then I think the 2 best teams right now playing football in college is Miami and Indiana. So
can we talk playoff ranking then? Because Miami was the last ranked team, right?
Well, they should have because they lost the ACC. You know, they lost to SMU. Who they lost to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't play in the ACC championship game. So, you know, the only reason they got in is because they beat, you know, Notre Dame early in the season.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically what it is. So that's the reason why.
That goes to my point. Losses sometimes make you great, my brother. Coming from a guy that's won, you know, 3 state championships, we never went undefeated. Every time we lost, you could see that fight kick in and see, like, listen, this is why you got to practice harder. You got to focus. You can't make the mistakes. You take Miami, those losses, I'm sure those are some heat. You know, Miami, they're not playing in that locker room. Yeah. It ain't, you know, some hearts, feelings got hurt. Some people got fixed, but now they got it rolling, and they sound like a real team, man. You'd like to see that. You know, everybody talking about brotherhood and playing for each other and playing for the university. That's the stuff you want to preach to kids because now they're not preaching that. It's all NIL, me. But now with them on this stage, everybody's gonna. You know, the ACC gave that whole pot to Miami.
Yeah, I read that in
they got 17 million.
20
million to the university.
I think it was 20 they're keeping.
So everybody on the team wins.
Yeah, it's 20 because I think it totals out because that travel fund that they give for that as well too. So they get to pocket that because technically they got a home game. They don't have to travel, but per your bylaws, you still release travel funds. So yeah, they get to pocket that as well too. So I think it topped out at 20 for them.
Think about that, Flim. That's a lesson right there.
Well, you know, the thing is, man, everybody is getting it right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not hard. You know what I mean? It's not hard. It's not hard to get it right. You know what I'm saying? If you are just paying attention to the data, you know what I'm saying? And you have the financial forecasts and are able to read spreadsheets and if you're able to count, right? If you don't have a bunch of something, then you need to do something to get more of something, okay? To solve X. It's an equation, right? You know, you don't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So, hey, man, college football is wide open. You know, it only takes the right decision maker. It only takes the right decision, and you can turn a program back, turn it around in less than 12 months now.
Ask Indiana.
Yeah, you know, it's all about what are you doing Monday through Friday. That's what you have to, you know. And Reno's shaking his head because ever since Reno and I have been working together the last few years, that's been my consistent thing. You know what I'm saying? What do you do Monday through Friday? And on Saturday is the payday. You know what I'm saying? That's what LC used to tell us. You know, we're going to grind Monday through Friday. Saturday is the payday. You know, when Tennessee State going to get it? When we going to get to the payday?
We're waiting on, man. We're waiting on, man. So good segue, man. Good segue. We're gonna tap into some of this big blue news, man. That's on the horizon for us right now, man. We got a couple things to discuss here. Some news that's going through the, let's say, the tunnels right now on some.
Fill me in, Reno. Fill me in.
We got some stuff like that. Obviously, we got some projected changes that's coming to the TSU football staff. It's been. It's not officially announced, but I believe it's all but done that Matt Leon, the former offensive coordinator at North Carolina Central, and their record-breaking offense that they've had, is coming to Tennessee State to be offensive coordinator. Him and I know they've got committed. I can't remember the kid's name, and I don't have my sheet in front of me right now. But the former starting quarterback. Go ahead, Fernando. Former starting quarterback at Winston-Salem State.
Yeah, Winston-Salem State. They got a quarterback, Lee. Was his last name, Dalen Lee. He looked good. Good kid. Threw for 600 yards in 3 years up Division II football. So, you know, and then they also filled the room up with a transfer from the University of South Florida.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're excited about that. But, you know, that's just piggybacking with, you know, the true president, which is Reno Thompson on this call. The changing at OC means somebody had to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To hire somebody new, that means the old had to go. And so we're going to pay homage to our homeboy, the Babe.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, you know, man, we sorry about the information, bro. You know,
Come on, Coach Harris, right?
No.
We talking about Coach Toriano.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Coach Toriano.
Yeah, Coach Morgan. You know, he graced us on and blessed us on Uproar Radio, man. You know, we hate what's going on with the situation. Didn't really get a chance to get a chance. You didn't get a chance to get a chance. You know what I'm saying? In 6 months. So, you know, and also, you know, Coach Greg Williams, who was the defensive coordinator. You know, he was a very delightful person who always spent time with Upward Radio. Never had him officially on the show, but always gave us good content behind the scene. And so, you know, we're wishing those guys and thanking them for their service to Tennessee State. You know, that's one of the things we have to do, man. Just because it doesn't work out, that means we have to fall out.
Yeah. You know? You're right, man. I want to add my thanks as well too, because you know, it is. I've said this on air before, but definitely way more times off air, that, you know, the task that the staff had for this season, you know, just thankful that the team just didn't flat out just quit and give up, right? You gotta understand, some folks, like this staff wasn't fully put together until July. They never had a chance to evaluate the talent that they had in the spring, because so many players had graduated, and then the rest of the ones that were contributors to year before last's conference championship team had transferred out. You know, so what you had in spring ball, you know, was not even there come June. So you had half of that gone, replacing that.
Yeah, you didn't even have spring ball. You didn't even have spring ball.
All you did was do individual periods. And then you went back to class and you're doing what you did, man. So it's like everything that you need for a season to look like it, like a 2 and 10, 2 and So like we had it all happen in that time frame right there, right?
So you saying that? So as a coach, you already knew, like you hoping for the best, but you already kind of knew what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I definitely have believed that
if you don't do the right things, you can't expect the right things to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was timing. Everything from that timetable was off. You know, your coach and his full staff leaves to go to another university, along with losing roughly 40 players. So it's like, you know, you can't lose a full coaching staff and 40 players from a championship team and think that, you know, that you about to really get it done, man. You still have hope and belief, because you got great minds that's coming in, that's coaching these guys. But, you know, again, even then they're adjusting, because what was there in April was not there in June. And some of that, you know, then you get here, by the time you get here in July and your staff is fully solidified, it's like everything was off. So, no, thank you for those coaches, Coach Harris, Coach Morgan, Coach Ernfield, Coach Greg Williams, Coach Cruzy, you know, all those that have moved on, man. Thank you, because again, like I totally know, and we at Uproar Radio know that that's just a tall task, and I know that you all didn't give in or quit yourselves like the players did. It's just that's what happens when you have a tight window and you're trying to put together a winning product. It just doesn't work out. So we get it.
So we blame Eddie George.
I'm not blaming him. He took a job. He moved on. It's timing. That's all.
That's why that's why things have to be in place in your athletic department. Coaches leaving is is the thing that's just part of the task, and you have to be able to manage that and have that part of your plan, contingency plan if somebody leaves. You know, the big thing is once people come, because basically all the coaches we just discussed and talked about saved Tennessee State University. You know, if they didn't come, we wouldn't have a staff. So there should have been a grace period there for them doing, taking one on the chin, because not only did they take it on the chin, their reputations were hurt because of the 10-loss season.
That's the great term you said. They took it on the chin.
They took it on the chin just for us to have a team. You know what I'm saying? Because we had no coaches.
And then people don't understand what losing do to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How they feel.
Yeah, I mean, now these guys were winning coaches that came in the summertime to save a football program, and then what thanks did they get? They got let go right after when the season's over with. So, hey, the big thing here, I talk about Tennessee State all the time, and I talk in passing, and I kind of be throwing nuggets or whatever. But here's the issue here. When you do people low down and dirty, because a lot of people think this is low down and dirty, what happened to the coaches, right? They didn't have a year. They didn't have a chance to recruit. They didn't have a chance to even pick a house out. Or if they got a house out, Lord Jesus, I hope they didn't, buy it. I mean, because you got here less than 6 months. But how does that make those folks feel about Tennessee State University moving forward? You lose that resource, right? You lose that person because you are not recognizing what they did for you, right? That's why we want on this show to say, hey, man, thank y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. I hope somebody thanked them on the campus. I hope Mr. Tucker thanked them. I hope Mickey thanked them. Because you didn't have a staff.
Yeah. That's rough.
Your football program was handicapped with 47 players leaving and no coaches.
For a while, too. So that's the...
Yeah. It was at minimum, it was 20 days, I think. Like, that's a long time. And I get it. Like, it's a whole process that you got to go through. All of this stuff you got to go through to... That's not, again, it's a situation. And it's just like what Flem is saying to the people listening in is that you got to have... When you get another chance that something like this happens, you got to give grace to those folks that came in knowing that they were behind the 8 ball to begin with from every aspect. That's all we're saying, man. Just, let's give it grace, man, and allow it to give folks a real shot to coach, develop, recruit, so yeah.
And then that's the key word you said, develop, and the grace part, like understanding, like I said earlier, how it feels to lose. And if you're not the one actually losing, let's say administration or fans or parents, like you got to understand, like, bro, this is what we kind of signed up for when we ain't had no spring team.
Yeah.
This is what we said. Everybody kind of knew this going in. What y'all mad about now? We already knew this in April.
Yeah.
Yep. So, hey, man. So the new coaching staff is coming up. We hope they have an opportunity. These are going to be some unfamiliar names. North Carolina Central has been a powerhouse.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's Trey Oliver up there, head coach.
We go up there every year too. I take kids up there to visit.
Yeah, they've been real nice. I like the way they play football. So hopefully, the new coordinator has an opportunity to bring some of his people, get a chance to recruit. The thing that concerns you is the transition and the timing.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that do for this season, right? When you have a coordinator change in January, the portal's open right now.
I was about to go there. I was waiting on you.
I've been watching kids from our kids all play hard, but the top performers of our team, all of them are gone.
For real?
Yeah.
Every last one of them are gone.
Go down the list.
You can go down the list, and they're gone. So from offensive linemen, I don't think we got an offensive lineman in the building that started. Maybe one, and that might be a stretch. Snap Reed gone, Devon Slaughter gone.
Slaughter gone.
Yeah.
Juju gone.
Micah Gay gone.
All the top performers. James Stewart graduated. So, hey, man, you're going to be facing. You have about another, maybe have 90 to 120 more days than you had last year, but you ain't got much time, brother.
That's what I was going to get to. Just me, working with kids right now in the portal and talking to coaches. I talked about 3 head coaches today, and listen, this thing might be more exciting than the NFL draft, bro.
Yep.
Like these coaches are out here really hustling players and getting them, and they put money and they negotiating, and kids is traveling and going on trips. I had a kid go to 3 different schools in 3 different days, and then they putting the pressure on them. Hey, you got to commit before 12 o'clock, or we taking somebody else.
Yeah, the crazy part is that I'm hearing that Tennessee State is having a tough time with a budget just for recruiting right now.
That's what I'm saying. So how we gonna pay players if we can't even get players for recruiting?
It seems like it's a struggle to get players to just come visit.
That's
Nashville.
That's what I was gonna ask Reno, if the portal. We got guys jumping out, but we ain't got nobody jumping in. Ain't nobody committing to TSU. I ain't seen too many commits.
Man, I ain't seen too many because it's Flynn went to it. It's the recruiting dollars, man. So you're trying to get the kid up here so they can see the city, see the campus.
Then they want to check too.
Right.
Then they want
but it's like
2,000, 3,000 a month.
So that's what the staff has been dealing with is like we got to get budget approvals, right? And that is the honest truth, just where it comes from. Again, this is not a blame game. This is just the situation that they're in. Okay. So and they've been doing their very best to hold on to some of these kids that they've been talking to that they feel like they can get. So I mean, hopefully within the next starting tomorrow through next Saturday, you should see some things really start to
the portal close up next week.
And on the 14th. So that's why I'm saying it's like between now and next Saturday, you should hear enough of the information of where things are on this stuff, man. So yeah, man, it's just like that's the thing that shout out to the Tiger Den group.
Put yourself in their shoe. What would you do, Reno? Give me a game plan off the strength. Just being every side of it.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
For me, if I'm in a situation and I know that you got to get the university as a whole is going through what it's going through financially, right? And you're held tight on stuff, right? Then for me, I would, that's when you get ahead of this as best as you can, and you talk to your football alumni organization leadership group, and you start to say, okay, hey, can you all help us get some funds to where we can get these guys up here right now because we need them now, right? Those are things that I would do. Also, I understand that I got a strong network of former players that are like right in this 250-mile radius, and let me just start talking to y'all like, okay, hey, I know you've been coaching for a while here. Like, you got any kids that's playing ball that are about to hit the portal that you think would be a good fit and for what we're looking for in these positions, right? So then that way, between that, it's like now you can have those conversations and say, okay, hey, just don't fully commit yet to anybody else. Just give it just a chance, right? Like we can leverage relationships to hold people on, right? So that way you're not by yourself trying to hold on to the kids or whatever, man. So just to me, like that's what I would do, man. Like when I know that things are just up against me and it's out of so many people's control, then what can I control is my network. And if I know I got a big, strong network, then I gotta tap into that and trust and believe that.
Man, I'm tipping my hat to Coach Barlow because he's on an impossible mission. It feel like,
yeah,
he ain't backing down from it, but it's from the outside looking in, it's just like, where do you get the money from, and how do you convince those people that their money is going to be get a return on investment, because it's all about ROI. As Flem, you the money guy. I was waiting for you to tell me like what are the steps? Tell the people what the steps are to get this money train rolling to where we can keep up.
You know how you do it?
I'm asking.
Okay, well, I answer your question. You take the program back to the people. Okay, you cannot hide from the people that you need to support your program. I've been a fundraiser at Tennessee State University for a very long time. I'm lucky I watched my dad do it first, so I kind of was just born into it. In everything, in any type of fundraising effort, the goal has to be established, right? It has to be presented to the people that you need or you're trying to leverage or garner their support. Mm-hmm. Number two, you have to be transparent about the dollars that you're asking for, okay? So you establish the goal, okay? These dollars are needed for A, B, and C, okay? Number two, you tell them this is what we currently have, X, Y, Z, the transparency of the gap of funds that are missing to be competitive, right? Supply and demand. We can't go get our kids. We can't compete with the other people in our conference because they have $50,000 in their recruiting budget just for kids to visit and families and to do things, and for our coaches to travel, for us to host, for us to have dinners, the whole nine. Okay? Then when you bring in transparency, this is the thing that has hurt Tennessee State for the last 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Then you must be accountable. See, the thing with transparency brings accountability. That's why Tennessee State doesn't share. That's why Tennessee State doesn't have an open door policy, because when they go down that line, for some reason, those leaders are not able to stay accountable to the mission. Thus, the steady decline, which everything in Nashville is on a upward incline, right? But Tennessee State is one of the few things that has a steady decline. And they keep running the same play. The same people keep having a chance to have the influence, right?
And they making the same mistakes. Yep.
And you cannot hide from your constituents and win. What I would like for somebody at Tennessee State, and I'm upset with the president, I'm upset with multiple people that are supposed to have, they're up there at the top of the table. And I asked them, what model are you using for growth? Show me. Are you using a Tennessee Tech model for growth? Are you using a Grambling State University model for growth? Are you using University of Alabama? Are you using what university? Which you should be using a public university, right?
Yeah.
Number one. With similar per capita as Nashville, number two, right? With the type of program, academia that we have, which we are R2 Research School, which puts us above a lot of the other FCS competition and other HBCUs that we compete against. That puts us ahead of them. But what model are we currently using and the game plan that you are executing? Just let us know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we ask. We ain't never ask you to get your social security number. You know what I'm saying? To get your address. We just want to know Monday through Friday, what model are you using for a growth model?
Right, man. Because it's enough of these state schools that have done it. Austin P has done it very, very well.
Do you know East Tennessee State got 14,000 students in Johnson City?
Wow.
Did you know that, Baba?
I did not know that.
Did you know that, Reno?
No.
Did you know Tennessee Tech got 10,000 students? Y'all remember when Tennessee Tech had less than 5,000 students?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember Austin P?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these growth models are present.
And they out there. The growth models are out there. But see, but then you can't. Can you put yourself in the same shoe as a Tennessee Tech and Austin P? I don't think so. Only because
I say you can. It's
because you're a TBR school. You're a TBR school.
We're HBCU.
It don't matter. We're a Tennessee Board of Regents school. Don't.
Wait.
HBCU has nothing to do with it.
Why? Tell me why.
Because we're a state school. It does not matter. Like you're going to do the work.
It's not going to sound good. It's not going to sound good. But those are white schools. Oh my goodness. He fumbled on the 5-yard line, bro.
And what white schools got to do? White schools can read and write and count better than black schools. See that HBCU.
Wait, that's where I'm going. So I say it ain't gonna sound good, but if you want to be realistic,
that's not realistic to us.
Listen, it's not realistic to us, but the numbers are saying that us HBCU we don't give back. We don't show up to the games. We don't.
They don't have people. Nobody shows up to Austin P games. Okay, so you're talking two different things there. Hold on, Bradley. Hold on.
I'm asking. I'm stirring the pot. I'm stirring the pot.
Bit. I get it. Don't nobody show up to Austin P games. All right. Their largest crowd ever was when Tennessee State played there about 7-8 years ago. It was the week after Albert getting hurt.
Remember, it used to be packed to the top.
But they did a renovation around 2017. Yeah, so they did the home side and do the visitor side. All right. So nobody goes to Austin P games. Nobody goes to UT Martin game. I went to their homecoming game and they had less than 2,500 people in the stands. Your frat brothers, your Q dogs, were there with a pack of wings and a little grill like they got from the dollar store, and they were kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
The baby grill.
Yeah, they were kicking it, and they were content. And now I was like, man, give me one of them wings. You know what I'm saying? Let me get one wing, please. So what I'm saying is the value of these other TBR schools are not in how many butts they have in the seat on a Saturday.
Don't take just butts and seats. Just take overall, like, I'm trying to, how would I phrase
But
it?
what follow me though. Follow me, B.
Go ahead.
So if you can have a small crowd on Saturday, but you still have a growth model that's increasing, you must be doing some hell of a work Monday through Friday.
Outside the game, right? Exactly.
That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. So
that's all I'm saying.
That's. I'm just trying to figure out how do I expect people that's been messing it up to not mess it up no more. The only person I
you
trust
look
right
at
now,
who's been doing it. You look at who is
the
doing
only
it.
person I trust right now is Barlow.
I get
Just
it.
because he's a winner.
So
You feel me?
this is what I'm getting at.
That's the only person I trust right now.
Yeah. So for me, it's like it's what I'm saying is that get yourself out of the because we're HBCU, it has to be different. No. We got to look at like-sized institutions.
Do what they doing, right? Monkey see,
It's
monkey
it.
do, right?
That's it,
Yeah.
man. Like that's what you're supposed to do. What are the right things you're supposed to do, right? Do that. And you know, I got family members who have went to other institutions and they hear from their schools about what's going on at their school, and we want you to support this on a weekly basis.
I went to Vanderbilt game and they won't leave me alone.
See what I'm saying?
I went to one Vanderbilt game, and you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be rocking Vanderbilt stuff. I'm getting nice gear, discounts, you know, for next year. I mean, it's so when you're in sales, right? Because we talk about it, and not to cut you off, Reno, I'm sorry.
I was good. I was done.
The athletic department at every university is a sales department.
100%.
It's a sales department. And that's what the HBCUs are failing because they're getting administrators, people with terminal degrees that don't know nothing about sales or marketing, promoting, how to touch. They don't understand. They have no model, bro. It's just not Tennessee State.
Yeah.
But look at the ones who get it right. Look at Jackson State, which I know this was going to be a seg point, so I'm doing this for a reason. Look at my boy Ashley Robinson, right? Y'all know I go down to Jackson, Mississippi a little bit, all the time and go check out Jackson State. See Ashley Roberts shake his hands. Of course, we're frat brothers, but he knows I'm a Tennessee State guy. He also know I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. They also pick on me about that. But we finna segue, but he has a true understanding of sales and marketing.
Yeah.
He gets it. His fans are always informed. And then the people he can't touch, he brings in entities like Uproar, which their entity is what we model ourselves behind, which was the 1400 Club.
Yeah.
That was our model. When me and you and B, we talked about similar models, we were looking at the 1400 Club.
Yep.
So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, bro.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
It's good. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when there's good out there. Humble yourself, immerse yourself in the information, and implement. And that's all we did. Shouts out to the 1400 Club KC. Those guys do an amazing job. This next announcement we're going to have, hopefully we can do some trash talking coming up because, in Jackson, Mississippi the other day on the local news, the sports story was that Tennessee State and Jackson State are playing in Nashville this year. That's what was
Big Blue.
Absolutely. Week 0. Yeah. So they said, we've been hearing about this. When I talked to Ashley the couple of times I've been to Jackson.
Is this the John Merritt?
No. Well, yeah. Maybe. I mean, it could be. We don't know the particulars. But when I talked to Ashley Robinson, the AD at Jackson State, he was like salivating for the chance for a home and home. When you had the third-party promoter, Fred Jones, kidnap this rivalry, you know what I mean? And he did some great things. But once again, no growth model. Yeah. But him not having a growth model was him personally.
Explain that.
Okay.
I'll go to it.
Break it down. Yeah, break it down.
So for me, this is a growth model, right? You have a game.
Break down who told it first.
You have a game where, because it wasn't consistently just Jackson State and Tennessee State. It was a couple other teams a little bit
You
too,
played
right?
Grambling. You played
Right.
Jack. Tennessee State always was in the game,
Yeah.
right?
So
In the
so
late 80s, you played Grambling a couple of times. I think in mid 80s, you might have played Mississippi Valley.
yeah, they
But
played Valley.
then in the 90s, that's when it locked into that Tennessee State, Jackson State.
Right. So growth is this, Bather, when I now have a game that's consistently getting me 50,000 people at a game. Growth now says this is I need a TV rights deal. I need to lock in with this network for the next 4 years, 5
Title
years.
sponsor.
Right? And I need a consistent title sponsor that's going to be on this, right? That's what we got to do, right? You got to do all of that stuff right there. So that way, when you get into a situation like you just ran into and you get some different business-minded people that can make a decision, they're going to be like, oh, well, from a TV standpoint, the football program gets this much more because of the TV deal that we do as well, too. You got happy with 50,000 people showing up. You have a pregame event that's like during the day, like a Thursday kind of lunch brunch thing or something, whatever. So it's like get out of this whole wine and dine model celebration of stuff. Like your job is the business, and you better be growing it. And you can't plateau, on this kind of a stuff, right? So it's like that's what you need to do, and I think for us is that's what I do my best to drive towards when I have conversations with people who run things on TSU's campus. It's there, man. Like putting ourselves in position to profit the right way, to help us out. Because again, I don't want to be this university that's constantly every so often going down to Capitol Hill begging for some daggone money. Don't want to do that.
Tired of marching, man. Tired of marching, right?
Yeah, like no, exactly. That
we don't want no handout. We want to go get it.
Like it is. We because when you're doing business the right way, a lot of that stuff you catch anyways, and then you got the people in place that make sure like, no, fix this, okay. So it's like that's the growth that we didn't see from there, because at the end of the day, for the most part, the monies that was coming to the institution, it's paying for the band to travel. Like I gotta remind people, y'all, that ain't cheap. Bands take 7-8 buses
plus rooms.
Yes, and food. Like they ain't cheap. Charter buses, if you get a good deal, a charter bus is gonna cost you $7,000.
But why we ain't bought a bus?
I think we had, but again, like that's I'm worried about that. Like,
yeah. So this is the thing.
Doing stuff the right way, man. It's just being able to making sure that when we do business the next time, it's like, okay, you're not just going to pay us travel fees just to get here. All right.
Yeah.
Like, because clearly these two institutions don't need you. So where's the profit in this? And like, that's where this whole thing is going to be. So from a home and home standpoint, we go down to Jackson, Mississippi, it's going to be 50,000 there. When they come to Nashville, it's going to be 50,000 here. And Jackson State pockets all of that. Lovely. When they come here, we pocket all of that. Lovely. See what I'm saying? So it's like, again, if we're going to start doing this midway stuff and we're going to bring in a third-party person, then their value has to be more than you selected a midway point, put on some events. I'm not in this for the dang on events.
Yep, that's the pageantry. I call it pageantry.
That's not even secondary. Yeah. That's thirdary to me.
Yeah. So that pageantry, but the thing is, what he's saying is, So the whole pot that Fred Jones gave to both schools, both universities had to pay for their travel for band and football team, hotels. In that situation, you eat up any profit. But the growth model that I'm speaking towards, with the title sponsor, the things of that nature. Of course, he had FedEx as a title sponsor, but there's no reason that the city of Memphis didn't sponsor for both universities to be in that city, because that's arguably the largest event in Memphis, right? All year long, it was the Southern Heritage Classic for a while. So you can't tell me the Chamber of Commerce, y'all couldn't come up with some type of deal to make sure both schools had subsidized, travel, subsidized.
See, the other thing too, you're supposed to go through tourism. If we host an event, we're supposed to get a percentage off of every hotel. We're supposed to get a percentage of tax off of every restaurant.
Yep.
We do that with our tournaments. We go out of
Yep.
town to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle
Yep.
Beach mayor, Myrtle Beach mayor called us and say, listen, we need y'all to have 3 tournaments down here.
Yeah.
Because y'all bring
Absolutely.
so much revenue to the
Right.
city. So you're
There
gonna
you
get a
go.
percentage off hotel, you're gonna get a percentage off restaurants for that weekend.
Yep.
And then that's how you keep coming.
Yep.
Jackson, Mississippi, me and Memphis, we supposed to get a cut of that.
It should have been a long time ago, but
Long time ago.
But that's when you don't have folks at the table to understand business, and they just happen to get a contract and a guaranteed amount that makes them feel like they're okay.
Big dog. Yeah.
Make them feel like they're okay. But the Jackson State, Tennessee State situation, Jackson State coming to Nashville is going to be an eye-opening, and hopefully it wakes up the Tennessee State University fan base. I hope it wakes up everyone in Nashville, because I will anticipate 12 to 15,000 folks from Jackson, Mississippi.
I think it may be more than that, because I know them in Memphis, Liberty Bowl, it was 25,000 outside the stadium.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, for Jackson State fans. So I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. So just think about that. Like, if we trying to take it back, Nashville, only 3 hours away. I get it from Memphis, but listen, Jackson State they trying to come wreck shop.
Yeah, absolutely. They gonna come. They come to try to embarrass us, man.
They got the media.
Definitely.
They got the
Now,
backing. That's where we fumbled at too, man. I'm gonna tell you where we fumbled at.
Where?
They had got Dion. Dion, brought the funk back. We got Eddie, and we ain't get nothing.
Yeah, that was a tough one for us. We're still recovering from that. That was really a knee jerk.
He made a bunch of money, but
he made more money than Dion.
We didn't capitalize on. I don't know how we could have marketed. I know some people that could have made it look good, but that was a perfect segue.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
ESPN supposed to do that game. ESPN supposed to do that, bro. You want to talk about Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah,
bro. They packed out the Eagle Stadium, buddy.
Yeah, yep.
That was prime time game. We couldn't get the Dion Eddie George. I say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like who cares?
But Fred Jones had control of the Classic.
I was telling them I was on. Hey, bro, y'all should Eric, and they ain't want to listen.
Yeah, Fred Jones controlled that game, so they probably couldn't even get it no TV show for that. No air. He controlled it because BET had it for a while, but all the Tennessee State games are on ESPN Plus, but that one game. So obviously he had some of his contract that blocked it.
Yeah, just bad, man. It's just like you just. I don't know if he thought that he was going to lose people that weren't going to show up. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, it's plenty of people that want to still see the game. And then, we got family members who can't make it to every game that we play in. Like, you're losing it, man. But anyways, that's what we are. Outside of that, there's some other tunnel conversations on scheduling for next year about, we've and Flim, I'm gonna take your thunder on this one, but it's been shared to us that FAMU is a game that we're going to travel down there potentially next year. We'll see if it's we have good sources that tells us that is true, but we'll see when it comes out. I know that.
Did you check the comments?
A little bit.
All right.
I don't know which one you're talking about, but
he said alumni supporting 28th and Jefferson. Shout out to 28th and Jefferson, man. He's been holding it down. The past, a long time. He's been following and reporting the news and keeping doing a great job. Great supporter. But he said supporting a $100 million campaign is going to be key. Which alumni opt in. Break that down, Reno.
That is. I don't have all the details on the $100 million campaign because President Tucker has not still released it, but he's just mentioned it from high level. A stadium is in there,
absolutely,
because he understands that's what it's about. Like, the ways of the state just giving institutions money for things like this, they just not doing it like that anymore. So we missed that window to be a part of something like that. But once you get your own money up there, then there's things that you can still leverage back from the state to help support as well too. So that's in there. So we know that's there, man. So that's good.
So the thing is, man, you know what's I'm a little bit concerned about the $100 million campaign. Me having some institutional advancement experience and being part of the campaign 150 and helping Harry raise 350 million. When you have a campaign that's announced, and I don't know if it's officially been announced, but before you announce any type of capital campaign, you should have upwards of 50% or more of those dollars in-house or identified.
Mm-hmm. And
So
maybe
I
that's what
don't
he's waiting
know.
on.
Yeah, that's what Mr. I don't know if I don't know did he go to how strong our institution of advancement team is, but it's understood in that world when you come with a capital campaign, you have to have 50% or more in-house or identified.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you're putting yourself behind the eight ball, man. So I hope they have it identified, and more importantly, I hope they have it in-house.
Yeah.
You know, they got 50 million already in-house. So hopefully they got it identified or in-house.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. Yeah, that and as we've been also been shared with through inside sourcing that they're looking into finding a way to have some games on campus next year. One of the options are looking into the Ed Temple track and redoing that grass on the inside of the Ed Temple track, bringing in some field turf and bringing in some grandstands to come around. I tell you, for me personally, I think I've played with this idea in my head a few times as well too over the greater part of 10 years. I'm like, I think if you was to fully rebuild like right there in that spot, that could actually be a dope setup because how you fill it up and the sound is like staying in, it's going to stay down. So I'm thinking like, okay, from a crowd environment standpoint, it could be pretty dope right there. Now
Yeah. The whole, I thought the whole
hold
was.
on, wait.
Go
So
ahead.
from a crowd standpoint, now getting there, it's a bit of a pathway to get there, right? So that's what makes it difficult now because you're gonna have to set up something to get people who have issues, walking and stuff like that. You got to set up some kind of golf cart system to pick them up to get them there to help them out, right? But outside of that, I mean, if that's the worst of it, then I think that's something that, again, if that's the route you want to go, then make sure you're thinking through every single detail from a customer success standpoint, right? Because this whole thing is about customer success and making them want to come back every single time. And so that's one side of it right there for me. So I look at that. I think that's cool. Then obviously just going right back to where the hole is right now and just, maybe you might need to dig down deeper and do some, I don't know, do some stuff in there as well too while you tear down and build up as well too. It's all that. I know if you consider like the ag land, which from a space standpoint is the most ideal. But I think the monies to build up the ag land a little bit higher to raise it up, I think you're looking at some multi-millions on that as well too, just to lift it, just to terrain it up, just to make sure that if we get another 2010 flood, that it doesn't go under.
See, that's why I was gonna go with the ag land, but the other side of it is why. So if they redo the stadium, they're not gonna redo it. Basically, you saying they're gonna tear down the whole and put
You're
something
gonna have
else.
to. I mean, it's the structure is it's. I mean, that's a good part of the reason probably why they took down the press box, because it was causing some structural, some faster structural damage anyway. So it's like you got to tear it down anyway. So like
I'm
this,
saying why they can't just rebuild right there.
I'm saying they can. It's just a choice. It's just the people get to make that choice. It's gonna be, it's ultimately probably gonna come down to who's bringing the most dollars to the table, along with the president of the university, and I would probably say the athletic director, and I would say the board of the trustee members. Like between those kind of people, that's where that decision is going to come down to, on like ultimately, and where what money says, like what's feasible from what dollars you have, what's feasible for you to be successful.
So the thing is, here's the question, $1 million question. Tennessee State has been using raise money, fundraise for 40 plus years, and nobody ever does it. In every presentation, even the president now talking about raising money. We got to raise money or to raise. Nobody ever does it. Okay, so you don't even want to hear it no more. All right, Mickey talks about fundraising. You can't do it. Now I don't know if the president can do it or not. But
I
we
was
know
going.
Mickey.
I was going to add the president to my trustee list. I
Yeah.
think I'm trusting in him and
we're
Barlow.
trying
That's
to.
it.
But that's your frat brother, so we
That's
know
why
why you trust
I had to add that.
Yeah,
You feel
right.
me?
So, but that's cool. But we just got to start using it as a tagline, right? It has to eventually somebody has to get down with the get down. All right. Now, once again, we talked about models in other TBR schools. We talked about that earlier in the show. Austin P already showed us the model how to renovate a stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They did it 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You do one side at a time. So the West Wing, which is the visitor side, that's the side that you start. Okay.
They wouldn't let nobody. They wouldn't let nobody sit over there when we was playing in the hole recently. Anyway, remember?
Yeah, because it's condemned.
Yeah,
it's not safe. So you go over there to that side, you build it up, boom, boom, boom. You have capacity anywhere from 10 to 12,000 on one side. Okay. Then you start getting your title sponsors, you start getting your corporate sponsors. Every time you see Tennessee State University with any type of background when it comes to, any coach or any type of interview, it just says Tennessee State. You don't see First State Bank like Vanderbilt and all these other people that have these corporate partners that are, I just been to Vanderbilt Stadium. It's been renovated by First State Bank. First State Bank is active. They're everywhere.
Fifth Third. Is it Fifth Third Bank?
No, it's First State Bank.
Okay.
That's what they are. They are a hard money lender. Okay. I work with them. I'm a broker. You know what I mean? First State Bank is on Vanderbilt Stadium. They're part of that. They're part of that renovation. I just saw First State Bank somewhere else with enough. So we can't have most banks get involved with universities. Yeah. So my question is, who's currently doing Tennessee State's banking? And why they're not our corporate partner? Why they're not our number one corporate partner?
They don't want to put their name on us, bro.
So you can't have the account anymore. It's that simple.
Yep.
It's that simple. If I'm giving you millions of dollars in transactions each month, which universities have.
Regions, I thought Regions was our bank.
They are.
Okay. So where Regions at?
They got ATMs all over campus though.
They've been for years.
Mm-hmm.
Been getting the money. So we're not gonna have we're gonna have 100 million campaign. It ain't gonna come from the alumni now. I can tell you that now. And Reno already know how I feel. Yeah, I can tell you, Reno. I tell Reno all the time that the major help from my time fundraising in Tennessee State, it didn't come from Tennessee State people. It just didn't. But it's big money in the middle of Tennessee that will come in and help Tennessee State. We just have to present our value and recognize.
Are we too proud to call Miss Oprah?
I don't know.
Is that a long
shot?
Answer
that question. I can't answer that question.
That's what I'm saying. Are we too proud to do that? To campaign? Listen, we need to get this one-on-one and just go ahead and present the plan to her.
I can tell you if it was me.
I don't like to count people's pockets, but
yeah.
All I can say, if it was me, no, I wouldn't be too proud. I know exactly what I present to her. I wouldn't be too proud, but I don't know where our leadership stands with her. I don't know.
Hey, Reno, what we talking about? Hey, let me tell you something. I said this about 7-8 years ago. I would have been named the street after Oprah. I
would have built them new dorms. It would have been Oprah Winfrey dorm.
Right. I would have just told her we don't want nothing from you, but this is your dorm. Your dorm that we're naming after you. I don't need no permission. Because I'm going to show you the love first.
I hope I run into it one day at one of these events. Listen, I'm going to give my best elevator pitch. If I ever meet Oprah, I'm going to just say, listen, man, you would change the game because Oprah, listen, we need you right now.
Yeah, we've been needing her. We've been needing the whole time.
When it comes to, sometimes these big schools, when they need a big check, they got somebody they can call. And I just feel like right now we don't have nobody we can call that really got it like that.
Yeah.
No, we got plenty of people. We got plenty of people we can call, but the people that we have that's supposed to be calling, or that we have a relationship, if I have a relationship, we got nobody that we can call to pass on the relationship.
Right.
That's the thing. If I got a relationship and I say, hey man, I can call Oprah right now and say, hey Oprah, how you doing? Woo, woo. We getting ready. Okay, Derek. Boom, boom. Who you gonna let me talk? I have nobody to call.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that history is so tarnished.
Yeah, I don't have nobody to call in our university
that's
that I
where the
trust.
board of regents be so. That's where when I be seeing them meetings with the board of regents, everybody talking about the money. That's all they bring up. Like, well, y'all gonna just mess the money up again. That's why y'all can't manage our money, because if you check the history, y'all always misappropriating funds.
To get Reno to talk about that, what you say, Reno? In that,
You went out.
You broke up on me.
Say it again.
I said, what did you say, Reno, with your private donors? Will you say they get a call like, hey man, we need 25, 50,000? They be like, no, because you're gonna be calling me again because you can't
25, 50,000.
Yeah.
What they
You
gonna
ain't
send
flip
me?
that. They supposed to give you 50,000. You supposed to turn that 50 into 200, 250.
Something.
You're not supposed to just blow it.
Exactly, man. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, that's where this thing is, man. I am, I'm interested in seeing what gets actually released on the scheduling. If this Tennessee State, Jackson State can become to be a thing for sure by this fall. Be good to see each other again, So be good to see that, and then also with the FAMU game being down there in Tallahassee.
Bragg.
We going down to FAM again?
Bragg Stadium.
That's from a trusted source that's being projected as well too. So
Alabama A&M and FAMU back-to-back weekends, going to the Hill and going to Bragg.
No,
so anybody know about
like
HBCU?
Reno? We ain't go to FAM, but we played that circuit right there. A&M, Jackson State, FAMU.
Yeah,
that's about 3 years in a row.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. It looks like folks are trying to run the play. You know what I'm saying? Run that play back.
Yeah.
But just the thing is, we got to start building these bridges and these conduits of where people know what's going on with the program and feel compelled to support.
Yeah.
Right. So many people come to Tennessee State games and they don't know the kids that are out there playing. No, we hadn't had a fan day since after COVID, have we?
Right. Probably.
Shoot, since Marcel Reed ran out there.
You know what I'm saying? And my son and Marcel, they ran out there, for 6-7 years as Little Tigers. I don't even think we got Little Tigers no more.
They got Junior Tigers Club, but that's like it's a version of it. It's a version. And you don't see kids run out there before the football team. You don't see that. But they do like some kids' day stuff with them. So I mean, it's something.
Yeah, I mean, all the boys y'all having around there, we're gonna have Little Tigers for the next 20 years, ain't we?
Right. I gotta catch up with Reno. But Reno, I gotta tell you something, Reno. I gotta tell you something.
What's that?
Indiana just scored again.
Yeah, it's a BTA going on right now.
BTA.
Man.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
Listen, I try to tell Reno, go ahead and go back and clip it up, Reno. I told you,
clip it up.
Make sure you put both of them together. He talking about I'm picking Oregon. I said, boy,
hey, man, I told you I'm picking Indiana in the point.
Those have been touched by the Jesus himself.
Right.
The only thing that may be able to stop him may be Michael Irvin and
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Irvin getting the boys right down there.
Yeah.
I see, man. I see 34-7. It's looking ugly.
Yeah.
Man, they putting up, but we got to shout out to Indiana, man. We got a Tennessee State alumni on the staff at Indiana. Meatball. Shout out to Meatball. Meatball is working with Indiana now.
I know that. I ain't know
that.
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah.
Meatball went from working with JT Money, watching Reno draws to now. I mean, that ain't no shade, bro. That's the grind.
Right.
Yeah. That's the grind, bro.
Right.
Meatball came into school, never played.
What's his real name? Tell the people his real name. Get the man his real name.
See,
nobody know Meatball real name.
No, we know. I know his real name. I'm tripping.
We'll go find it out. Also, because Indiana's where the greatest frat of all time was founded. So shout out to the Newts. We had our J5, our Founders Day. You know what I mean? So we rock with. I got an Indiana hat upstairs in my closet. I might go put it on, Bab.
I forgot you're a Capper, man.
Yeah, you ain't forget.
Y'all gonna be at all the games too.
No doubt.
But he on the staff, man. Making it shake. Awesome. GN got the laptops. He calling the plays.
Awesome.
That's the move. That's the move.
Everywhere, man. We everywhere.
It is, man. But look here, man. We're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. We got NFL wild card weekend, man, and you know it's always it's wild card weekend is never as great as divisional round, but it's still good, man. So with these games we got coming up, man, you know we got a good slate of games. You got Texans, Steelers. You got Jaguars. Who the Jaguars got? Let me see. Chargers. No, they ain't got Chargers.
No, they
Jaguars
playing the
got the
Bills. They playing
Bills.
the Bills.
Jaguars, Bills, good game. Patriots, Chargers should be a good game to look at.
Hold on, I'm gonna cut you off.
Bears,
Reno.
Packers.
Meatball name is Jared Coulter.
Yeah.
All right.
Jared
Shout
Coulter
out to Jared.
from Chattanooga, buddy.
That's what's up.
Yeah, big
What's
smoothie.
up?
Good deal, man. So yeah, man. With this wild card weekend, man. You know, who you got coming out going into divisional round, man? A Flim. So I'm gonna start with this Patriots.
Yeah,
Hold
pick
on,
the
my
games.
AirPod just died. Hold on.
Pick the games. You said Patriots who?
Patriots, Chargers. Who you got, Bather?
I'm taking the Patriots right there. I think Mike Vrabel's doing a great job back in his Patriot way. He's he's picking up where Belichick left off. I think the worst thing the Titans ever did was let go of Vrabel. I think he was on his way, but they let him go, and look what's happening. He turned that program around in a year. He may get Coach of the Year at the NFL honors. I'm going with
Okay.
Who you got?
I'm back.
Patriots, Chargers.
Patriots, Chargers. All right, so I'm gonna go Chargers. Only because we've seen this before with Vrabel. We saw him here in Tennessee.
But he
Number one, he had the number one, number one slot.
he was going against the Chiefs.
No, he
had
wasn't
to
going
beat
against
the
the Chiefs.
Let him finish, Bather. Let him finish.
He wasn't going. So I'm old, but I ain't decrepit. You know what I'm saying? Remember when the Titans was the number one seed? They lost to Joe Burrow in Nashville.
Cincinnati, yeah.
Lost to Cincinnati, and they sacked them 9 times. And Ryan Tannehill interception on the first play. He threw 3 that day. It's just one thing about having a young team like the Patriots have. I just like the way Harbaugh and his team is constructed. They're constructed for the playoffs. They're going to run the football.
Yeah.
They're going to pound it. And I think it's just a bad matchup for New England for a first playoff game.
I like that.
I'm gonna go Patriots, man, for the very same reason you just said for the Chargers. Patriots run game.
No, that's your team, Reno. Nobody listening to you. That's your team.
Stevenson, baby. Come on now.
That's your team. Congratulations, Reno, on having a good season.
Diggs, baby. You know what it is, man. Come on, man. Diggs gonna get it in, man. And that defense is like I said, man. We gonna be good to go up here in Patriot land, man. Next up, we got Bills, Jaguars.
That's whoever wins that
Allen
game.
gonna finally get over this, like, because this is again. I said as a Patriot fan, y'all know this, right?
I hear you, Flair.
You ran the division 5 years, and we just won it for the first time in 5 years, right? I'm like, dude, this like you have to get over the hump now, this year. So if you don't do it, you realize you're not gonna get over the hump. So does Josh Allen, start his upward trend to officially get over this hump to get to the Super Bowl by beating these Jaguars in round 1?
Hey, whoever wins that game is going to the AFC Championship. That's one side of the AFC Championship.
Yep. I think so too.
That's one side of the AFC Championship. And to be honest, I said it earlier in the barbershop, I really think whoever wins that game is going to the Super Bowl. But something tells me, I just got something in the back of my head with Mike Tomlin. I said the Steelers might sneak one. They might be the team that's a wild card team that goes to the Super Bowl because they have so many. I'm not gonna say so many, but they got great players in the right spot, right? Aaron Rodgers won that game the other night. In the fourth quarter, he became the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? You could tell, when you start talking to your receivers at the line of scrimmage, that means y'all making up plays, man. You ain't got to tell me what the play is now in weeks 18.
He said it. He said it.
Yep. So when you got a guy like that can basically run an offense on the field, man, I'm loving what Warren is doing in the backfield. I mean, Gainwell is just amazing. Metcalf is going to be a very tough stop. They got a tight end. Then you go to the defensive side of the ball. They got ballers on every level. Jalen Ramsey, man, the transition for him being a shutdown corner to like a strong safety is pretty amazing.
Who did that first? Tell him who did that first, Reno.
So wait. All right, what are you deciding on? Jaguars and Bills. What did you say?
He said Bills.
What are you saying?
No. I didn't. I said the winner of that game's going. I never made a prediction.
You got to make a pick, buddy. You got to make a pick.
My bad. I'm sorry. We're gonna go with the Bills, man.
Okay.
All right. I'm going with Duval.
Yeah, I want to go with Duval, man.
I got 2 kids I used to coach to play for the Jags, and they doing a good. They rookies this year, and then also they just gave that boy Trevor his first gold slugs, man. Come on, man. Trevor going, he Duval now. Do the whole county about to stand up. Yeah. Come on, man.
Rockets down there, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling
Good
you.
deal, man.
I like what Jacksonville doing though.
Then,
they play hard.
And then
good
we got
defensive team, and they hold it down.
Then we got Steelers. Well, everybody's probably gonna pick Steelers on that one.
Who Steelers got?
Texans. They got
What?
Texans.
Y'all gonna pick? Time out. This where I was gonna go earlier when you was talking Steelers and defense. I did watch their last game as well against the Ravens, and I saw some things that I didn't like from the Steelers side, which was defensively, man. The secondary and the way football is being taught lately, I've been noticing, and I'm just gonna go on record and saying it is all this spot dropping, bro. It's gonna get you beat.
Yeah.
If you spot dropping and you're not eyeing receivers down and you just staring at the quarterback, it's gonna bite you in the butt. Ask the Steelers when Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers went down the field and was wide open because all the DBs are staring at the quarterback.
Yeah.
This happened to Miami. They almost gave it back to Ole Miss. This happened to Ole Miss. This happened to who was the last time I watched? Who was the game before the Steelers that week? All the linebackers, we probably got the worst dropping set of linebackers in football right now. Everybody just turn and look at the quarterback, and these receivers and quarterbacks are looking like all-stars because receivers just running around, boop, catch. And Jalen, shout out to Jalen. You know, Jalen daddy was my coach in high school. I known Jalen his whole life. That last play likely went up and caught that ball. He got to make that play, bro. Yeah. I'm expecting Jalen to make that play.
Okay. 100%. So who you got? Steelers, Texans. Who you got?
Texans, because you know why? They on spot drop.
All right.
D'Amico Ryans back there coaching that thing. Yeah. He got them boys on defense for the Texans flying to the ball.
Hey man, I got the Steelers.
Okay.
We're going with the Steelers.
All right. So I gotta make sure I catch up with y'all. So I'm taking Jaguars over Bills.
Okay.
And I'm taking Texans over Steelers.
Nah.
You gotta tell me why, Reno.
It's when it comes to Texans Steelers, I look at the Steelers, I'm just like
saying you picking. You gotta tell me why.
When it comes to the Steelers, I'm just like, I just don't know yet.
No, I like the Steelers. If the Steelers beat the Texans, like you said, Flynn, if the Steelers beat the Texans, then they got a shot because A-Rod gonna be clicking. It's gonna. But if they don't, I mean,
they got to go to Denver because everyone's that winner of that game is going to Denver.
Nobody's scared of the Broncos. Yeah, nobody's scared of the Broncos.
Man, they pump fake.
Nah, nobody's scared of them.
Mile high.
It is hard to play in Colorado.
Some stuff in the playoffs. Is all I'm saying.
The problem with the Broncos and why they're going to get put out, they can't run the football consistently. They can't run the football.
How's their defense?
The defense top notch.
That's what I'm saying.
Their defense top notch. But they can't run the football. Bo Nix ain't gonna be able to scramble his way in the playoffs. It's a whole different game.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Okay. On the NFC side, Packers, Bears. Who we got?
The Bears. Rocking out with the Bears. I got to see them in person this year versus the Redskins and they special teams and they defensive unit.
Commanders.
They rolling.
Commanders.
No. Yeah. It was a rainy game.
No, you said the Redskins. You said the Redskins. You're trying to get us put off air.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot.
Mr. Work for the NFL.
You're right. I'm tripping. The Commanders.
Hey, go ahead and send me
I'll you a bit.
Pay the fines. I can pay the fines.
Look, that YouTube gonna lock us down, huh? Racist ass Ballard.
Slim, who you got? Packers, Bears. It's Packers at Bears at that. So they go to Soldier Field.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Packers. The Bears defense can't stop nobody.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Bears, man. This Packers, how they been looking these last few weeks. I'm just like, they look like a team that's walking into the playoffs right now.
Hey, I got to shout out the quarterback for the Bears.
You see, I'm writing this down. Okay,
Yeah,
so
write it down.
Make
So
sure
everybody got to send their money in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Uproar Radio. This is how we fundraising for Uproar Radio. Right?
Right.
49
and we might sell some fish sandwiches.
Gonna have to some 49ers at Eagles. 49ers at Eagles. Flam, who you got? 49ers at Eagles.
Oh man, I'm going with the Eagles. Eagles going back to the Super Bowl, man. I'm gonna disrespect the champs.
Okay.
I'm not gonna disrespect the champs, not at all.
Bowser, who you got?
I'm in Philly, buddy. I'm down. I'm come on, man.
You got no choice. They gonna run up in your spot.
Come on, man. We don't play that around here. You can't be, man.
Yeah.
What?
I'm going 49ers.
You know how many Eagles jerseys I seen today? How many Eagles shirts I seen today, reffing?
And I'm
at
going
the game,
49ers.
the janitor, the teacher, the kids. It's fly, Eagles, fly.
You know. Hey, Beth, I should have called you. I was in Philadelphia for New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's some Kappa stuff, Reno.
Oh my
That's
God.
some Kappa stuff. You came up here and called me?
Yeah.
Man, my bad.
Oh, man. I'm about to hang up, Reno.
I'm going 49ers over Eagles. They're going to go over there. They're going to beat them 49ers over Eagles. That's where I'm going.
No, okay.
We're gonna get in and get out on them, boys.
49ers, okay.
And then we got the Rams coming all the way across to the Panthers.
And you know they lost to the Panthers in the regular season.
And it's in Carolina. I'm gonna be in Carolina
Absolutely.
for the coaches convention this weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who you got? Is Aaron Donald coming out of retirement to play?
No, I think the Rams gonna get him, but I hope Carolina wins. So Flynn, put me down for hoping for Carolina. Because I'm gonna be in Charlotte. I go to Charlotte tomorrow. Shout out to all the college coaches. We're gonna be in the convention this weekend.
All right, that was up.
I got.
Hopefully, I run into Coach Barlow.
I got Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rams too. I gotta go with the Rams. I think the Rams and the Eagles will be. And I'm not looking at the bracket. I don't know if they can beat in the NFC Championship. But that was the best game of the NFC playoffs last year.
Yeah,
with the Rams and the Eagles. So
yeah, it was good.
All right, man. My computer about to die. Reno, sign me off.
I'll bet, man. But look here, man. With that being said, you got our picks in for this weekend's wild card round. Thank y'all for tapping into Uproar Radio Show. It's your boys. It's B Bather. It's Slim. It's Reno. Uproar Radio. We out.